This is X Factor the Legend. Welcome back to Morse Code Production Labs. We are continuing our series on InstaChord, and today we will be dealing with how InstaChords translate what the root key is for your DAW. That's where you would find C1, or what your DAW would classify as its middle C. Now, I wouldn't say that that is not important information. It is, but what I'm more interested in demonstrating is how InstaChord translate this information to decide if you are trying to trigger a chord or if you are trying to trigger a pick action, like how you would strum, or if you're trying to play single notes. So let me demonstrate this as best I can. When I open InstaChord, by default it says my C1 is at 36. What this means is that whenever Bitwig triggers this key of C1, it actually is transposing down all of the MIDI information about 3 octaves lower, so that InstaChord will trigger the correct chord action and pick action when I am trying to play parts using InstaChord. Okay, I don't have another DAW to display this right now, or I should say I cannot be bothered with doing that since this is a Bitwig based channel. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you if I try to deviate from this default setting, which works for Bitwig. Well, let's say it was defaulted at 24 or 12. I'm going to display what would happen here. So I'm going to leave it at its default, and I should be triggering a C major chord at strum down fast all. Okay, so as you can hear, I have triggered the chord. I'm going to carry this an octave lower. So I'm going to tell it that C1 is actually an octave lower than where it should be, and it's going to transpose up everything in this area by an octave up to compensate for the fact that I have lowered my root key, and this is a bit confusing. Now that I have lowered my root key by an octave, it should transpose up all of the chord voicings and all of the strum actions 1 octave. That should be higher. I'm getting confused here, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna show you. I think it should be higher now. So now it's no longer picking from this octave, because I said it should be going higher, so it is now picking from picks B. So I'm gonna carry it back to 36 to prove it. Now you can see it's triggering from pick A. So when I lowered where my root key for my DAW should be, it's going to trigger it an octave higher. So this is not triggering the octave by sounds. It's not affecting this area here, really. What's playing the music. Well, it is affecting it, but it's not. This is not where the transposition is taking place. Whereas if I transpose, as you can see, it's moving. What it really is transposing is where these things are triggered at what key, and that would be this area. It's actually transposing this area here. So I'm going to go an octave lower, and then this should transpose all the actions an octave higher. Now this key, you can see triggering this key. This key is actually outside of where InstaChord is told to trigger strum or pick actions. So it's just triggering C major by default, as it was the last chord triggered, so it continues to trigger the last chord. So if I then should go to 0, it is now triggering so high that I am only getting the bass note, which is 1 octave below the 6th string of the guitar. So let's see if I can do some compensations. Let's say I took it to 24. And this was what InstaChord was defaulted at. And I could only rearrange these sections here so that my DAW could accurately trigger the correct actions. Then what I would have to do, let's say I carried this an octave lower, all these would have to be going an octave higher. So I would need this here to actually be triggering at the C4 to the D4 range. So I'm going to actually temporarily move this out of the way. And now let's see if that's what's taking place. As you can see, chords A is now being triggered, but I am not getting my strum action. I'm still getting the bass note. So I now have to also go an octave higher with this, which would be the C6 range, which is what is occupied by the picks here. So I'm going to go an octave. I'm going to just change this temporarily for now as well. And now I'm going to carry this to C6. And now, as you can hear, we are strumming down fast, all on a C major again, as we would have normally done. Now I'm going to carry this to C5, since everything is transposed one step higher, and this is going to be C7. Now I have transposed all the actions one octave higher to compensate for what I have told InstaChord to accept from my DAW. The manual does an explanation of this, so you can go where you have your installer and look for the manual and try to read it if this demonstration did not make it clear enough for you. But you have other cases where you might need to do this. You might be using a key. I have an Impact LX88 Plus. I have 88 keys, so I don't necessarily have to worry about mapping out octaves here that my keyboard cannot trigger. For whatever octave I use, I can. This thing doesn't even go as low as my keyboard can. I still have keys available below this first C here. So I don't have to worry about running out of real estate to trigger these actions or these chord voicings or these actions. Well, let's say you had a keyboard that only had a limited range. Let's say it went from C3 to D4, and you only had 2 octaves. Then you could tell this to trigger from C3, and you could tell this to trigger from C4. And then what we would have is let's see if I can find my pick actions. Okay, I'm there already. So this will be C3. So now I only have 2 octaves to operate with. So I'm playing as if I only have a keyboard with 2 octaves. And that would be one way for you to use it. Or if you are comfortable playing at a certain region at your keyboard, you can change these particular settings. So I have given you multiple reasons now how this thing here that tells you what root key InstaChord thinks your DAW is triggering from. I'm showing you how it can affect you, because you might have a DAW that does not have C1 at the 36 key, it doesn't see it at middle C. You might see, let's say, a bit higher. Then you would have to make the necessary changes here, or you would have to make the necessary changes here. Or if your keyboard doesn't allow you to have this full range here, then you would have to make changes here as well to accommodate that. Or if where you're seated only allows you to play at a certain point at the keyboard comfortably, you would make changes here as well. Or if it's just a matter of preference, these areas is where you would make changes as well. Yes, before I did this video I was hoping that it wouldn't be long, but a bit before I started I realized it was going to take a bit of time. I hope you have grasped a far better understanding of what is meant by the C1 here, that it is the root C for your DAW, and how InstaChord uses this to transpose that information, which then tells it how to trigger voicings and pick actions, strum actions, whatever you prefer to call it. Anyway, thank you for watching and blessings.